Cassie Walther.
Hi, yes, I'm here. 1 second, sorry. Hello. Hi, council members. My name is Cassie Walther. I am here as a Ward 5 constituent, a board member of the Ward 5 Education Equity Committee, and most pertinent to this hearing, a former highly effective DCPS middle school teacher. My testimony today will focus on my personal experiences, how they led to my resignation, and how they support the data obtained by Empower Ed and the WTU. I will strive to stay solution-oriented. Teaching has become a profession of low autonomy and high accountability. In such subjects as math and English, it can feel as if you're testing as much as you're teaching. Our planning time is used for LEAP meetings and data talks, and that is only if we're lucky and not called to sub for the day. First-year teachers are thrown to the wolves after a 5-day PD about children's brain development rather than spending time setting up systems, structures, and internalizing scopes and sequences. Last year, 83% of educators in the citywide survey said morale had worsened from previous years. So what's the difference? After over a year of collective trauma, the emphasis was on learning loss and not on social emotional learning. Students were thrown back into school with hundreds of other students, and they were told they had a lot of catching up to do. When we needed to slow down and reevaluate how to best support a child, we were instead told to double down on testing, EOIs, MOIs, RCTs, ANETs, reteaching and retesting. We were given a chance to reevaluate teaching and learning, and yet instead we reemphasize academics over welfare. We need to overhaul how teachers are supported so that students can get what they need. This starts by valuing teachers in their profession. We cannot expect teachers to take any work home. Teachers need to have at least 90 minutes of uninterrupted planning a day. LEAP is not planning time. Data talks are not planning time. We need to do our best to eliminate coverages during planning by building at least 2 guaranteed permanent subs for every school and raise substitute pay to build the pool of available subs. We need to prioritize support through highly effective instructional coaches, new teacher mentoring through routes other than already burdened teachers, and financially valuing paraprofessionals. We need to value the education and growth for our teachers as much as for our students. Our pay scale suggests that higher education equates to better teaching, so let's offer financial supports for continuing education, implement floating PD hours to provide educators guaranteed time off for personalized development and growth. Learning from peers and having onboarding includes student forgiveness support. Honestly, I'd probably still be at McFarland if I had known that 1 more year at teaching at the same school would have my loans completely paid off. I cannot discuss teacher turnover without talking about impact, and in particular, IVA. Teachers of testing subjects, namely math and ELA, are unable to move up on the pay scale at the same rate as non-testing teachers. In addition to half of our instructional time being taken over by testing and still expecting us to make our gains, 30% of our impact is how a student does on a standardized test. While a music teacher, and I'll say they were often my favorite colleagues in the building, they get evaluated based on student engagement. I had to focus on student testing. Not only does this lead to inequitable pay practices, but it leads to student frustration in those test-based subjects. Things proposed by the administration like home buying incentives and sabbaticals are good, but unless we give teachers more planning time, trust them to do their jobs, stop over-testing, shift away from punitive evaluation, make the job more flexible, and invest in our day-to-day wellness, we will keep leaving. Students will continue to be hurt by these amazing educators, by losing these amazing educators and adult mentors.